First of all, good afternoon and happy first day of summer. I am just so honored and so grateful that everyone is here today at the Encanto Recreation Center in Council District 4. Thank you so much. Joining me to launch Operation Safe Summer for San Diego Youth are San Diego City Council Member Marti Emerald, District Attorney Bonnie Dumanis, San Diego Police Assistant Chief Walter Vasquez, San Diego Park and Recreation Assistant Director Andy Field, Pastor Archie Robinson, Commissioner with the Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention, Michael Brunker, Executive Director of the Jackie Robinson YMCA, Margie DeRuiter, Senior Director at San Diego Workforce Partnership, as well as many other community advocates, spiritual leaders, clergy, local teens, and concerned parents. Did I introduce myself? I'm Myrtle Cole. I'm your council member of Council District 4. I'm not going to say one sister didn't know me. I'm not going to say who it was. I'm just saying. Again, thank you all for being here as we welcome in the summer season. Many of us are thinking about all the fun we're going to have now that school is out and the days are longer. District 4 is truly blessed to have so many wonderful parks, recreation centers, neighborhood programs, and activities that keep kids busy playing, pursuing hobbies, and hopefully having lots of fun. Unfortunately, summer is also a time when we see an increased delinquent behaviors and criminal activities involving our youth. That's why I'm asking all residents, businesses, and community leaders to come together to launch Operation Safe Summer for San Diego Youth. And this is a citywide effort. This has to be a citywide effort to focus on reducing the number of young people involved in criminal activities and increasing ways to make it a safe and fun-filled summer. As a former police officer, I know firsthand that if our youth are busy, then they will be less likely to find themselves in unsafe situations, making poor choices out of boredom and peer pressure. That's why it is so important to provide structured and constructive activities for our youth in clean, safe, and positive environments. The city needs to continue to make sure that its parks, recreation centers, basketball courts, and ball fields are open with ample lighting, adequate equipment, and sufficient supervision. Our libraries and swimming pools should be open and serve as safe places for San Diego youth to relax, to read, and recreate. Parents, and all adults should keep a watchful eye on young children and teenagers alike to make sure that they are busy and not being bullied or victimized. Again, this takes a village. That's why we're all here. It takes a village. I challenge all of us here in neighborhoods throughout southeastern San Diego and around the county to help keep our children engaged, active, safe, and healthy during the summer months ahead. Now, please join me in welcoming my colleague, Council Member Marti Emerald, Chair of the Council's Public Safety and Neighborhood Services Committee, Marti Emerald.
Thanks, sweetie.
Thank you, Marti.
You bet. Hey, good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. You're here because you care about kids, and you care about kids being safe and healthy and surviving this summer. And this is not an anecdotal comment. We came off of last summer as being one of the most dangerous and deadly summers we've seen in San Diego's mid-city neighborhoods in quite some time. In fact, just about a year ago on 44th Street, we had a double homicide. A young 18-year-old man who was just beginning his life, Rakees McCoy, gunned down by gangsters who thought they could come onto their block and show who was boss. And it was a terrible thing. And what happened there is something that we can repeat in every neighborhood, in our city and in our region. And that is that, as Myrtle was saying, it takes a village of organizations came together as part of a collaborative to make a difference and help that neighborhood take back its streets, take back its community, and become a community that was empowered. And I want to thank everybody who was part of that. The McCoy family leading the way, the residents of the 2600 block of 44th, our gang commission, many of our gang commissioners are here. And I want you to know to this day, they are walking dangerous streets throughout our city every Sunday to offer support and compassion and guidance to families that are afraid to step out their own doors. They're afraid to walk their streets or send their children out to play. And this is the reality in many of our neighborhoods. So this is more than just a political opportunity to offer a few sound bites. This is very real. The Gang Commission, the Compassion Project, San Diego PD, probation, folks from various mental health organizations, our school district, folks coming together to make a difference for our kids and to build stronger neighborhoods. And that's what this initiative is all about. What we're kicking off today is expanding that kind of partnership to every neighborhood where we fear for our children, where we want safer streets, and where we want communities that we can be proud of and know that we can build on. And so I thank everybody for being here. I thank everybody for what you do every single day. And that's who's here with us, who's standing by here on the streets, who's standing behind me, people who make a difference every single day and have made a commitment. And we're asking the broader community, let's make a commitment to our children. Let's make a commitment to keep our kids safe, to keep them alive this summer so they can go back to school, learn, grow, have productive, healthy, and happy lives. That's what this is all about. And one person who is making a difference every day, our lead law enforcement officer in the county, I'd like to introduce our district attorney, Bonnie Dumanis.
Well, thank you, Marty, Councilmember Emerald, and I want to welcome Councilmember Cole to the City Council and to District 4 as your representative. What a great opportunity and what a great way to begin stepping forward to make sure our kids are safe. I appreciate so much everybody that is here, Bishop McKinney and all those standing behind me. We are on the front lines all the time, and this is our district. We need to save our kids, make sure that they are safe. It does take all of us. If we don't work together, it won't work. I'm here today because as the district attorney, we want to send a strong message that we need to keep our youth busy, we need to get them jobs, and we need to make sure they stay out of trouble or stay out of being a victim of any crime. We focus in our office not just on prosecution, but on prevention and intervention as well. That's why we are a member of the Gang Commission. That is why we participate in prevention programs, and in our office have our youth advisory boards from various schools, Lincoln and Morse and Scripps and Mira Mesa, where we mentor and make sure that we bring youth into the process to deliver the message. It works because we're working together. At the same time, we certainly have our gang units and our juvenile attorneys and prosecutions to hold people accountable, with the end result being we look to rehabilitate our kids so that they will turn their lives around. We don't want to see anyone in our office or in our courts. We want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to be productive and to have a wonderful and safe opportunity during the summer. So it's a beautiful day here in San Diego. That's why kids are going to be out more. That's why we need to make sure that they stay busy, that they get some work, they have some recreation, and that we all participate in the process. Again, thank you, Councilmember Cole, for inviting me and kicking this off, and thanks to everybody here for joining in.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. Our San Diego Police Department does an outstanding job, not a great job, but an outstanding job serving as positive role models to our kids, as well as making sure they stay off the streets and out of trouble. Now, let's hear from San Diego Police Assistant Chief Walter Vasquez.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very honored to be here today to kick off Operation Safe Summer. And one of the reasons why I'm so honored is when you look, when I stand among this group of individuals, of leaders, men and women, that their total focus, quite frankly, is to keep our youth safe. And I tell you, to be part of that group, to be part of that partnership is a great honor for me and is a great honor to the men and women of the San Diego Police Department. What a beautiful day! What a wonderful way to start off the summer. To emphasize and to stress, the fact is that our total focus is to keep the youth safe. As I said, that with the San Diego Police Department working in partnership, that is the only way that we're going to be effective. That's the only way we're going to accomplish our goals, is the safety of our youth in the city of San Diego. The partnerships with the community-based organizations, our partnerships with our elected officials, our partnerships with the faith-based organizations, our partnerships with everyone behind you is what makes us as a police department effective. We have to have that in order to reach our goal to keep the city safe. And that's what we're going to focus on. So to be part of this this afternoon is a great honor. Please understand that our goal as a police department is the safety of the citizens of San Diego, especially our youth, during a beautiful San Diego summer. So with that, thanks again. And at this time, I'll turn it back over to Councilmember Cole.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. San Diego Park and Recreation has many programs to offer our teens this summer. Here to talk about just a few of them is San Diego Park and Recreation Deputy Director David Monroe. All right, we change it. It's Andy Fields. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Councilmember Cole. Appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Encanto Recreation Center. What a beautiful day, and what a great day to enjoy talking about the summer activities for our youth and children. Certainly nothing is more important to us than trying to provide recreational services on behalf of the children of San Diego, and also to provide various programs that we have our outstanding staff and volunteers providing each and every day here in San Diego's park system. Here in the District 4, District 8, District 9 area, and throughout this whole area of the city, we do have a significant program that I want to call out called the Friday Teen Night program, which has been ongoing since summer of 2009. It was started through a state grant called the California Gang Reduction, Intervention, and Prevention Program, also known as CalGRIP. This grant ended in summer 2012, but we were able to keep funding the program forward this summer without that grant, just demonstrating and owing itself to the popularity and success of the program. We average 350 youth that are served every Friday night at 5 different facilities throughout the 3 council districts. These programs run from May until the end of August, and are at the following recreation center sites: Encanto, Mountain View, Memorial, South Crest, and City Heights. The program is designed to keep kids from ages 9 to 17 off the streets and in the park on Friday nights. Activities offered include sports, field trips, arts and crafts, video games, you name it, we pretty much provide it for the kids to give them a chance at finding something else to do besides being on the streets on Friday night. We do staff the program with our wonderful park and recreation staff, and we partner with the San Diego Police Department in this effort. They are very, very supportive, and we thank the police department for their support with these programs. They haven't been, they do make site visits on Friday nights, and they communicate with staff and participants regularly. So I think that at the as you look on at all these programs, look at the various opportunities we have for our children. I'm hoping that we can keep more kids off the streets and give them a reasonable, safe alternative to being out and about and endangering themselves, as Councilmember Emerald and Councilmember Cole had mentioned earlier. And again, we thank them for their support of the Park and Recreation programs, and thank you for being involved and invested in our community's youth. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. The city has made great progress in recent years in addressing issues of youth and gang-related violence. Much of that is a direct result of San Diego's Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention. I'd like to introduce Pastor Archie Moore, Commissioner with the San Diego Commission on Gang Prevention and Intervention.
Archie Robinson.
Archie Robinson, did I say more? Archie Robinson, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A lot of people call me Archie Moore, and so it's okay. I was going to get up here anyway. She got the Archie right. So the things that have really caused me to really look at this day, it's not just a beautiful day, but a great day, is because the sacrifices that have been put out. And Marty, you said some things a few minutes ago. One thing, being part of the Gang Intervention Prevention Commission has been in trying to make sure that the recreation centers are stay open later. But then partnering with everybody, like the Jackie Robinson Y, like San Diego Compassion Project, another branch of it that started off called CAST that is reaching out to the communities. Another thing that is happening is, as far as when we see homicides and people are going to the hospitals, how now myself and Bishop Bowser is already making plans to be able to go right into the hospitals when the situations are happening. And we're working with a couple of hospitals that are allowing us to go in there. Another organization, Pastors on Point. We can go on to show you how we're collaborating as commissioners to make our city safe and to help. But we know that everything that happens is with a sacrifice and with a covenant. Blood has been shed. So there's covenant here. Lives has been given. Sacrifice. So this day is a great day. Not just to just say, it's great because we're looking at the kids, but now we hope that it's going to unify us. And that's what it's really all about. So I put on my preacher hat and I'm taking it off. And just telling everybody that what we're doing today, we ought to be happy that we're coming together and making our community safe. Because that's what we want to do. We want to make our community safe, but we cannot do it unless we all join together. And would you, with me, give a hand to Myrtle Cole as she's trying to do her best at this time.
Thank you, Pastor Robinson. Now I'm going to get this right. This one I'm going to get right. A tireless advocate for our local youth and families, District 4 is lucky, is privileged, is honored to have this gentleman working hard to make summer fun. None other than Michael Brunker, Executive Director of the Jackie Robinson YMCA.
Thank you. A while back, we did a community needs assessment, and number one said on the community was that anything the Y could do to enhance the stability and influence of the family. So I know we're talking a lot here today about youth, but let's talk about the family if we can. And I want to start with Pastor Robinson. He and I were born on the same day. In 1952, it was May 10th. And the reason I know that is because this man brought his children to the programs that I was running then when I was running the Police Athletic League. Everybody remember the PAL program, right? And we did things right here at Encanto Rec Center. And Archie brought his children, Shondell, Archie, they went on and played sports in college along with the other ones. But he was a volunteer coach of his children's teams and helped make all this happen. So as we sit here right now, they talk about preach to the choir is singing, right? We're all here right now, but the reality right now, let me tell you why it's easier to join a gang than it is to join a team. Number one, there's not enough facilities like this beautiful Encanto Rec Center, like the Jackie Robinson Family YMCA, like the Oaks Boys and Girls, not the Oaks, but the Encanto Boys and Girls Club, Skyline Rec, the other facilities in here, because what makes it tough is we all know, too, there's 52 gang sets in my YMCA service area alone. And your parents aren't letting their kids, I don't know if you let your children walk to the rec back when they were growing up. It's like that now, and it was like that back then. The second piece is there's not enough funding. Let's be real. How many of us have kids in sports? We know what it costs. It's not free. So God bless Cal Grip and God bless the city of San Diego for continuing those Friday night teen programs. But tell me why there's not one at the Jackie Robinson YMCA. I need to know. Because I've been asking ever since Cal Grip came out. I love the fact that you've got things going on at the rec centers, but we got kids at the Y, and there's other places, the churches. I think St. Stephen's could do something with kids on Friday night as well. There's not enough funding to support all of the 72,000 households in my service area, over 271,000 residents, and of them, there's probably about 80,000 kids 18 and under. And so the need is huge. And then the third reason why it's easier to join a gang than it is to join a team is because there's not enough responsible adult supervision that will be the coaches, the scorekeepers, the timers, the officials, like Archie was with his children when they came in. Parents aren't coming, they're dropping the kids off at the facility, but they're not hanging around with them right now. So I think when we look at these opportunities right now, that's why we're here today, to let everybody understand and know the needs. Now, we have a program at our Y. And right now the program is called the ACE program. And this came through the County of San Diego Mental Health, and the whole program design was to address the siblings of those families surviving violent loss. And we have right now, Sasha Knox is here from our Y, and in that program right now, Sasha, there's how many families? Did everybody hear that? 179 families, and the criteria for you getting into the program is you have to be surviving violent loss. That means you lost a loved one. How many of us know somebody that has been lost in this community? Put your hands up. If you don't, I hope you talk to somebody that's got their hands up right now, because that loss doesn't go away after the funeral, right? Those families keep coming to us every day, and those siblings are the ones we're trying to catch. So, Bonnie, you could talk to us about retaliation, right? Because that's where the anger comes. There's no anger management that goes along with that. So the programs at Encanto Rec, the Y, the Boys and Girls Club, the school-based programs, we just launched a program with Jacobs where it's a summer reading future leaders program where we're taking second and third graders, 90 of them every day, and they're going to a summer learning program in the morning at Choice Mead, then they're jumping on the bus and going to day camp at the Y in the afternoon. Now every school wants one. So these are the opportunities that we have to shepherd these young people during these critical times. So I want to thank all of you for coming out today, but I hope the message doesn't stop here. I hope you truly get behind Marti, that you get behind Myrtle, that you get behind everybody that's really a part of this mission of saving lives. And if we think we got it bad, right? How many shootings were there in Chicago last weekend? We got a chance to make a difference. I don't know what you do in Chicago when you had 200 shootings in one weekend, when you have 40 homicides in one weekend. I don't know what you do there, but here we got a chance to put the brakes on it fast. Let's get that message out and keep preaching that gospel. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Summer jobs are one way that teens can keep busy, make money, and acquire training and career skills. From Connect to Careers to team mentoring programs at the South Metro Career Center, the San Diego Workforce Partnership is committed to making this an enriching summer for area teens. And on that, I would like to introduce Margie DeRuiter, Senior Director at San Diego Workforce Partnership.
Thank you. As the publicly funded workforce development system for our region, we recognize the importance of keeping young people engaged in summer activities and positive summer activities. We want to prepare our emerging workforce, and with my esteemed colleagues here and leadership from Councilmember Cole and Councilmember Emerald, we've been fortunate to receive funding from the City of San Diego. So we've got over 350 young people pre-screened, lined up, ready to go, into a summer job. We have over 100 employers who have already committed to hire these young people. So my message here today is, along with all the really great messages you've heard already, is we need business support. We need business involvement to provide these young people in this community and other communities throughout our region opportunities. When I talk to young people and I say, what would you like to see happen in your community? What would it take for you to not be hanging out on a corner? Most of the time they say a job. If I had a job, if I had something that I could get up in the morning and go to, and something that I can earn and be proud of, that's what I would rather be doing. So we are really committed through any additional funding that we receive from the federal government. We have some generous corporate and philanthropic investments that have added to that pot to try and put as many kids as we can into a summer job. We know it's, as Michael Brunkert said, it's not enough resources, and the demand is really, really high. So we're just chipping away at it, but again, business, help support us, get involved. We have motivated young people who are ready to work this summer. So in addition to that, also down the street, the South Metro Career Center, there's a great group of young people there who are working a program called the Youth Employment Opportunity Program. And these are young adults who are working as peer counselors, peer mentors. Any young people that go in there, they can get help with writing a resume. If you don't have a work permit, they can help young people get a work permit. They have work readiness training. So the South Metro Career Center at 4389 Imperial Avenue is another great resource. I'd really encourage our young adults, our teens, and families. Michael, that's very important about families. Our one-stop center there also works with families. A few resources. We know there could always be more, but again, as the workforce partnership, as the workforce development system for our region, we're committed to ensuring that young people are provided opportunities in preparing our emerging workforce. So thank you again, Councilmember Cole and Myrtle, and Emerald, for your leadership, and community leaders. We really can't do it single-handedly. It really is about this type of a collective impact. Thank you.